Yo, Giants Nation. What's good? It's time to fire up that big blue pride and dive into the latest New York Giants news that's got us all buzzing. We're just days away from the 2025 NFL season. And let me tell you, the energy around this team is electric. From breakout stars, injury updates, and some juicy roster battles, we got a ton to unpack. So, grab your blue and white gear, crank up the volume, and let's talk Giants football like the diehard fans we are. Ready for the biggest storyline? Here's a teaser. One young quarterback is turning heads and might just be the key to our defense in 2025. Who's ready to find out who? All right, let's hit the ground running with the talk of training camp. Second-year cornerback Drew Phillips is stealing the show. This guy is no ordinary sophomore. Analysts are already whispering Pro Bowl potential, and Giants fans, you know we got a gem here. Phillips, a third-round pick from Kentucky in 2024, came out swinging as a rookie, posting a 77.5 PFF overall grade, which ranked him among the top 10 slot cornerbacks in the NFL. That's right, this kid was locking down receivers and blowing up run plays with a 78.1 run defense grade and a team-best minus 7.2 target EPA, per next-gen stats. But here's where it gets wild. Phillips underwent LASIK surgery this offseason, fixing what he called being kind of blind on the field. Can you imagine what he's capable of now that he's seen the game in HD? Head coach Brian Daboll is hyping up Phillips' growth, say he's made a big jump in year 2, especially in communication. Last season, Phillips admitted he was part of the Giants' secondary communication issues, but he's taken accountability and leveled up. Teammate Bobby Okereke called him a freak athlete with all-pro potential, and that's not just locker room talk. Phillips' stats back it up. In 2024, he racked up 71 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and a sack in just 14 games. Now, with veterans like Paulson Adebo and Javon Holland in the secondary, Phillips is learning from the best. Giants fans, are we looking at the next lockdown nickelback in the NFC? So, what's the big question? Can Drew Phillips carry this momentum into the regular season and earn that Pro Bowl nod? Kevin Patra from NFL.com thinks so, and I'm inclined to agree. With his physicality, versatility, and newfound 2020 vision, Phillips could be the X factor in Shane Bowen's defense. Picture this. Phillips flying in from the slot, stuffing runs, and picking off passes while our defensive line, led by Dexter Lawrence, wreaks havoc. That's the kind of synergy that could turn our defense into a top 10 unit. Drop a comment below. What do you think Phillips' ceiling is this season? Pro Bowl? All-Pro? Let's hear it, Giants Nation. Now, let's shift gears to another hot topic, the injury updates that have us holding our breath. Star wide receiver Malik Nabers, our 2024 first-round pick, has been sidelined for over a week with what's been called normal camp tightness and is back, per ESPN's Jordan Ronan. This isn't panic mode yet. The Giants are being cautious to ensure their offensive weapon is 100% for Week 1 against the Washington Commanders. Nabers, who's already being touted as a top 25 player under 25 by league evaluators, was electric in his limited preseason action. But with only 18 days until kickoff, every practice he misses feels like a gut punch. Giants fans, how confident are you that Nabers will be ready to dominate come Week 1? On the offensive line, left tackle Andrew Thomas is another name to watch. After undergoing surgery for a Liz Frank injury last season, Thomas has been diligently rehabbing and hitting all his recovery benchmarks, according to Giants.com. However, he recently told reporters he's not guaranteeing a Week 1 return, which has us all a bit nervous. Thomas is the anchor of this line, and with the Giants offense looking to take a leap in 2025, his health is non-negotiable. The good news? The team's depth is being tested, with players like Evan Neal stepping up at guard after struggling at tackle. Neal's transition could be a game changer, but could he finally live up to his draft hype? What's your take on the O-line's outlook? Giants Nation. Meanwhile, the quarterback room is stirring up some drama. Jackson Dart, the rookie QB, has been turning heads in preseason, with some analysts suggesting he's injecting hope into the Giants' future. Head coach Brian Daboll's comments about Dart have been cryptic, but telling, hinting at a potential role for the young signal caller. Russell Wilson, the veteran starter, is still the guy, but Dart Surge is adding pressure. Imagine this. A 2 QB system where Dart's mobility complements Wilson's deep ball prowess. It's a long shot, but it's got fans buzzing. The Giants' QB situation has been a roller coaster. So let's talk about it. What's the ideal QB plan for 2025 in your eyes? The countdown to the season is on, and the Giants are showing preseason momentum with a 2-0 record, thanks in part to second-year running back Dante Miller's clutch carries. But as we head into the final preseason game against the Patriots, roster battles are heating up. Undrafted rookies like Bose Collins are making noise, and tough cuts are looming. The Giants' defense, with Phillips leading the charge in the secondary, could be the backbone of this team. But will the offense, with its injury concerns, keep pace? Giants fans, this is our time to rally. Drop your predictions for the season in the comments. How many wins are we getting in 2025? Let's keep the energy high and dive into the defensive side of the ball, where the Giants are building something special. Shane Bowen's scheme is all about aggression, and Drew Phillips fits like a glove. His ability to play near the line of scrimmage, diagnose plays, and deliver bone-crunching tackles is exactly what Bowen wants. Last season, Phillips was a disruptor, forcing fumbles and making stops that change games. Against the Panthers in Munich, he allowed just 6 yards on 5 targets, earning PFF Rookie of the Week honors. That's the kind of impact that makes you sit up and take notice. Giants Nation, are you as hyped about this secondary as I am? The additions of Paulson Adebo and Jevon Holland have raised the bar, but Phillips is the glue holding this group together. His LASIK surgery revelation is a game changer. Imagine trying to cover speedsters like Wan'Dale Robinson or Malik Neighbors in practice while half-blind. Now, with clear vision, Phillips is ready to take on the NFC's best slot receivers. Teammates like Tyler Nubin, another second-year stud, are feeding off his energy. The Giants secondary was a weak link in 2024, but with Phillips' growth and these veteran additions, could we be looking at a top-tier unit? What's the biggest challenge the secondary faces in 2025? On the flip side, the Giants' pass rush is another reason to get excited. Kayvon Thibodeau, the 2022 first-rounder, was named the most improved edge rusher in 2024 by analyst James Foster, thanks to his precise hand usage and devastating long-arm move. Pair him with Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence, and you got a front that can terrorize quarterbacks. Phillips' ability to blitz from the slot adds another wrinkle. His sack against the Colts last year was a thing of beauty. Picture this. Lawrence collapsed in the pocket, Burns flying off the edge, and Phillips sneaking in for a game-changing blitz. Can this defensive front carry the Giants to the playoffs? As we look ahead to the season opener, the Giants face a brutal schedule, tied for the toughest in the NFL. But with a Week 4 team bye to regroup, there's hope for a strong finish. The key will be staying healthy. Losing players like Phillips or Neighbors for extended periods could derail the season. The Giants' depth is better than last year, but it's still a concern. So, Giants fans, what's the one matchup you're circling on the calendar? For me, it's Week 5 against the Saints. Jackson Dart versus Tyler Shaw could be a sneaky good QB battle. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. We can't talk Giants without touching on the roster battles that'll shape this team. Wide receiver Bose Collins is turning heads in camp, making plays on offense and special teams. With cuts looming after the Patriots game, Collins could be a surprise roster lock. Meanwhile, Daniel Bellinger's role at tight end is in question as the Giants evaluate their options. The team's youth movement, guys like Phillips, Nubin, and rookie Abdul Carter, has fans dreaming of a bright future. But the present is what matters, and these young guns need to step up now. Who's your dark horse to make the 53-man roster, Giants Nation? The Giants' 100-season celebration is adding extra juice to 2025. From the unveiling of the commemorative logo to community events like Phillips' work with Eva's Village and Project Kind, this team is embracing its legacy. But legacy means nothing without wins, and the Giants are hungry to prove they're not the 14-loss team from last year. The offense needs a gel, the defense needs to dominate, and special teams, where Phillips also contributes, can't be overlooked. With so much on the line, what's the one thing this team needs to do to turn heads in 2025? As we wrap up, let's talk about what defines success for Big Blue this year. Is it a playoff berth? A winning record? Or just seeing young stars like Drew Phillips and Malik Neighbors shine? The Giants have a talent, but the NFL is unforgiving. With Dable's job potentially on the line and a fan base desperate for a turnaround, the pressure is on. I believe in this team, Giants Nation. Do you? Let's keep the faith and show the league what New York Giants football is all about. Smash that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more Giants updates. And share this video with every Giants fan you know. This is our year, Giants Nation. Let's ride. Go Big Blue.